Hello, everybody. It's I, Friendly Neighborhood INFP, and today we are going to talk about the best example I can think of as to what a phi-psi loop looks like. And the best example comes from the show MLP Fim, or My Little Pony, The Friendship is Magic. Back about 4-ish years ago. It's been a long time. There was a episode called Do Princesses Dream of Magic Sheep? And in it, they have to deal with this thing called the Tantabus, or Tantabus, however you go about it, where it kind of is trying to escape the dream realm and all of that, which is what Luna, Princess Luna, oversees, the night in the dream realms and all of that. And when you go down further into the episode, you find out that she was the one who created it.
I created the Tantabus to give myself the same nightmare every night. To punish myself for the evil I caused as Nightmare Moon.
But why would you do that?
To make sure I never forgave myself for how much Equestria suffered because of me. But it seems I have not learned my lesson. For now I have only made you suffer more.
Now, when that scene that you just saw came out, when people saw that scene, there was confusion, there was fans freaking out, there was people not knowing how to explain it, justify it. I could not see any reviewer of the episode giving an adequate reasoning as to why she did that. Meanwhile, I, going through a phi-psi loop similarly during that time and prior to that time, and thankfully I have broken out of that because it is a horrible thing for an INFP to be in. Well, generally loops are horrible things for any MBTI type to be in, but not the point. So I'm looking at this episode, and I'm looking at that scene, and I'm going, wait, this is a phi-psi loop. I'm pretty... This is exactly what's going on here. Luna has created that reminder of what she did in the past so that she no longer does it, thus repeating the cycle of constantly hating herself. And it goes on like it's a vicious cycle until you're able to break out, whether it's through the support of your friends, using your secondary function, or doing like a wide multitude of other things. It is that thing that we INFPs do when we enter a phi-psi loop. There's always something reminding us of what we did that was so terrible, and we've put that reminder there ourselves. Like, it's not like we haven't been like, oh, I'm a horrible person, I wonder why. It's like, no. This is why I'm a horrible person, and I'm going to keep reminding myself of that. Or this is why, this, and I'm going to keep reminding myself of that. Or this is why this, and I'm going to keep, you get the point? And people did not understand. I don't think to this day that they still understand. It is a highly contentious episode. Where people have been trying to figure out, why would Luna do this? Didn't she have that episode back in, I think, would it be season 2? Where, she got the acceptance of friends and people liked her and all of that. She should never have been feeling this. That's not the point. And to be fair, none of the people in the fandom at the time, and I'm pretty sure they don't now either, studied MBTI. They did not dive in deep, and if they did dive, it was always on a surface level. And so I'm just there going, just because something happened in season 2, if you're an INFP, that thing is internal. It is your own self-worth. It is your own sense of guilt. You could have many friends and people accept you, but if you do not accept yourself, it doesn't matter. And so the scene with her being guilty about what she had done in the past and all that, and she did, for those of you who know the show, you know what she did, but it It is honestly, I think, I cannot think of an other show at the top of my head that has given such a tangible, accurate representation of what a phi-psi loop looks like. Like, when it comes to what does a phi-psi loop look like? I present to you Exhibit A. Like, that is the level of how much that represents what a phi-psi loop is. Now, some people at the time thought it was depression, which it's not, and they thought about some other mental thing, which kind of, sort of, in a way, yes, but also no. And I just, like, it was an interesting thing watching this episode and being just like, this is what this is, I understand it, and everybody else is wrong. Essentially is how I felt during that time. Like, I legitimately still feel that everybody was wrong about that episode. Simply because I feel like they don't have the proper understanding of it, or didn't have the proper understanding of it. And yeah, it was just, that episode always comes back to me. And the other thing is that, like, for those suffering from loops and suffering from, you know, like INFP suffering from phi-psi loops and all of that, in order to beat it, there are two methods. One is accepting yourself. Two is utilizing your secondary function, like bringing in your secondary function. Like, it's the same with grips. Grips and loops, you have to essentially do the same thing. You have to put your secondary function in charge. Like, your secondary function almost has to come in with a bat, like, friggin', I don't know, Deadpool. Sure, let's go with that. And just, like, beat away all the other stuff while bringing in new ideas and new things for you to try, and bringing you into, like, the realization that things may not necessarily be as bad as they seem. Now, would you need necessarily the help of your friends? Maybe. Sometimes, yes. Would you need the help of a psychologist? Maybe. Sometimes, yes. Can you break out of it yourself through some, you know, acceptance and utilizing your knee and understanding of the self and becoming self-aware? Also, yes, there are multiple ways you can get out of it. It depends on you as to which way you want to take. But most of the point is to utilize the functions that aren't being used. So knee and T, in the case of a loop, need to be brought back into the picture. And like I said before, also same story when it comes to the grip, except with the grip, it is highly focused on bringing in knee to allow you to try many different things to bring you to a place of acceptance or peace or something that, like, allows you to break out of it. It's the thing that allows you to interact with the world, essentially, is what you need to do in, like, a proper manner that allows you to become a more healthier you. I would say that people enter grips a lot more readily than loops, but that is kind of... So yeah, that is... the other thing with the phi-psi loop is that bringing in an ENFJ or somebody who has phi in their system, so ENFJ, INFJ, ESFJ, ISFJ, one of those can also help. Is it guaranteed? No. But these are just the suggestions out there. I figured while I'm talking about this, I might as well talk about the solution so that people know what's going on. Anyways, that has been my rant for the time, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.